Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel to Only Movies. And as you can notice, today is the day that I finally made it to Universal Studios Halloween Horror Night. I've been waiting for this for months, ever since they announced that they were doing this, especially with the Terrifier Haunted Maze. So I've been so excited for this. I've been debating if I should go or not, but since my sister was planning to go to California for her birthday, I was like, hey, I'll just go. Why not? I could do this. Hello everyone, today's the day I finally made it to Universal Horror Night event. I'm really excited, and of course I worked my Terrifier, so this is gonna be, it's my first time ever coming to this horror event. I've always come to Universal, but not for the Halloween night, so we'll see how this goes, and I'll give my reviews and everything for the haunted houses. Depends how much I can make it to the haunted house, because I don't have the express pass, only have the general, but we'll see how it goes. So I will try my best to explain for the map, because I know it's kinda looks like it's straight and all, but it's not, because it's a two-story levels and all, so I'm gonna do my best to explain how the map is. Because the top part where's the Harry Potter and all that, that's the first level, and the bottom level is where's the Mummy, Nintendo, and the Jurassic Park. Nothing but clowns! Insane clowns! This is gonna be fun. And then here they show you the long waits. How many minutes is it for just each maze? So some of them are gonna be really long, especially the main popular ones. And they show each one where's the haunted maze, which level they're at. Either they're on top of the level or the bottom level. I love that they added the Treehouse of Horror from the Simpsons theme song. It went perfect for this Halloween night. It's not Halloween night, but it's perfect for the Halloween theme. But I love the Simpsons, or mainly the classic ones, especially the Horror Night one, the Treehouse of Horror, the classic ones. But it's really amazing, and so you can see it's packed. I wouldn't say it was too packed. It wasn't too bad and all, but it's still a lot of people. And this is where they're building up the new Fast and Furious ride that won't be ready until early next year, I believe, or mid next year. But yeah, they still have a long way to go for it. Well, I wouldn't say long way to go. It looks like it's almost ready, but there's still construction that we're still doing there, especially around this time. So it's late at night, but they're still fixing them. So I guess they're trying to rush it and be prepared for it really soon. So I was heading downstairs. I was doing an event that was not too long. It was less than 15 minutes. So I was thinking, let me do the first one that are less minutes, so I could do those first. So I went to the bottom level first. As you can see, it didn't look too packed like I've been seeing videos that people were like, there was a long line that looks like it's gonna take forever. So I was like, let me go do the Jason Voorhees universe first, and we'll see how that one goes. So the Jason universe was right next behind the Mummy ride. You can't see with all those trees. They don't have trees nowadays, but that's where they had the Jason universe for the maze one. So it looks like the first one I'm going is Jason. Jason is just a 15-minute wait compared to the other ones. Terrifier, sadly, is 100-minute. So I came to the bottom one because the Jason one is 15 minutes. The one downstairs by the Mummy.
Channel to the right, express to the left.
So I'm not gonna lie, I did record some of the maze, a few of them, but they're too dark to see, so I didn't record so much of it, because like I said, it's too dark to see. Some of them you can see it was pretty cool and all, but you can't see so much Jason on these videos. There's some other maze that I did that you couldn't see some of the actors who did some monsters and all. I've been passing through, but it really sucked. So I just got off the Jason Universe haunted house. I wouldn't say it's not bad. It's really cheesy, but it's good kind of cheesy. Like it's just like kind of like any haunted house you'll go to. They do regular Jason, but it wasn't too bad. It's really entertaining. But like I said, this one wasn't like the best one, but it was my first one, so we still got a lot one to try out. So I'll give you my thoughts on it at the end for this one and rank the other haunted houses I go. We'll see how much I've been to or go to. So as of right now, I'm gonna go through one called Scarecrow. We'll see how this one is, and I'll give you my thoughts on it at the end of the haunted house. So yeah, the Scarecrow one, it wasn't too far from the Jason. Is once you exit out the Jason, it takes you right close by it. It takes you furthermore down to it, to like more in the back where all these buildings are at. It is hard to notice it because it's really like a small entrance and all. I didn't notice it until some guy says like, "Hey, come through the Scarecrow and all." So I was like, "How long is the wait and all?" And he's like, "Oh, it's not too long and stuff, and it's pretty fun and all." So I went to check it out. So it was a short wait and all. So I was like, let me get rid of the ones that are really short and get then do the ones that are the main ones that take long. So yeah, so you can see it's really dark to see. Most of the mazes were like really dark inside and all, so they didn't have much light and all. Cause like I said, mainly what they're trying to do is jump scare you. So that's what they were main focusing on, which wasn't too bad. That's how it is mainly in any haunted houses. But I still enjoyed it. It was still fun, especially people screaming and all. I was laughing when people were yelling and stuff. I didn't get too scared and all, but like I said, it was pretty fun and all. Of course, you could hear like people yelling and stuff because they were scared and all. But like I said, it was pretty amazing. Next time I try to get a better camera or something to record some of the stuff inside, so you guys get a better view and all. Because I was nervous of recording some of the stuff too. So after you exit, the Five Nights at Freddy's was right there too. It was really close by. I was surprised it was really close by. I was thinking it was gonna be in the top and all, but it was a long line. So I tried Scarecrow music by Slash, the musician Slash, and it wasn't really too bad. It was, I want to say short, but it was really entertaining stuff, like with all the cool scarecrows and stuff like that. Especially when you go to the entrance with the house and stuff, it looked pretty cool. But the design with the scarecrow looked really badass, but it wasn't too bad. But let's see, try the other ones before I start ranking this one. So you can see Five Nights at Freddy, you had to enter through the Transformers building all the way to exit by the side and all, and get out all the way to the back. It was a long line for that, trust me. It was like almost 2 hours. I believe it was 2 hours or so. But yeah, I was waiting there for a long time. For Five Nights they did Transformer World. Changed it. Makes no difference because it's animatronics, just like Transformers. As you can see, it's still in line waiting, not even halfway there. Long way to go. I still gotta go in that building for another long line, so I've been waiting there for a long time. And once we finally enter to the building, you can see the building of the pizzeria and all, just like I showed you from earlier and all, but still I had to wait a long time. I was feeling cold and tired.
Introduce you to the stars of the show.
So I just got out the Five Nights at Freddy. It wasn't that bad. If you're a big Freddy Fazbear fan, then you probably love it. For me, it wasn't too scary and all. It was mainly like jump scare and all. But I know some people got scared, but it wasn't too bad. I want to say it was like the second best one from here. But let's keep going and trying some few more, and we'll see how it goes. And then after that, I went to check out the merch because I want to check it out because I always seen people always posting it and they bump into Art the Clown and stuff, so I was hoping I could bump into him, but I didn't. But I saw the cool stuff they had, especially for Terrifier. I loved it. It was really amazing. And then they had other ones for like the Jason, Fallout, Five Nights at Freddy, and so many monster movies, especially the classic ones. The Black Phone as well. I was like still debating if I should buy the hoodie because there's one hoodie that I really love where they had all the design from the Halloween Horror Night. So I was like, should I not? And I did. I ended up because it was getting cold too. But I'll tell you, it was not cheap. It was $60 for that hoodie. But I felt like it was perfect. So for the next one, I went to the Terror Tour. It's like the little studio tour that you do for Universal. But this one was pretty cool. I really enjoyed it because instead of like just going through the tour where they do the filming and stuff, you go through part of the stuff where they did some areas of the filming, especially like the cycle and stuff. But it was so cool, like you go in the bus and then you're gonna get off the bus. As you can see, it was a 25-minute wait, so it wasn't too bad. The line was moving really fast because you could fit in about 6 people in one row, and the bus was long, so it was pretty amazing. So once I got on, we start heading off, and then we start heading to it. But we had to wait a few minutes because they were letting one bus out before us, and then let people go through, and then let the actors get ready as well too. So once they scare us as well. And then they also had Megan talking to us up on the screen to explain that what we're supposed to do and stuff and what not to do before getting off as well. But it was pretty amazing, just listening to all that and then going through it, especially in the night. I'd never been through the tour bus at night, usually during the daytime. Like I said, I come here during the summer. I never came on the fall, especially for the Halloween Horror Night. So it was pretty amazing seeing this at night during the dark. Much late because it was like around that time. I believe it was 11. I don't remember the time exactly, but I'm telling you, it was really late. But it was pretty amazing to see this all during the dark because you usually see all this during the day. But before we got off, I was trying to record for the first half. I was just mad that for some reason the first half didn't record. Once I got off the bus, didn't record the part that I was going through from the Black Phone through the Insidious and stuff. I just went, it shows the video I got is the Exorcist. I don't understand why I didn't get that part. I believe something went through when I was trying to record, but I was just so mad I didn't get that part. But on this part, through The Exorcist and The Purge, it was pretty amazing. I felt like they were short, except for The Purge. The Purge I felt was the longest one. The Exorcist was really short. It was okay. The Insidious one was extremely short because they were just popping out the house doing jump scares, which I didn't really like that much of that part. And the Black Phone was short too. I wish that we were there a little longer to interact with the grabber and stuff, but it was okay. But once you exit The Exorcist, you go up and you see the Hollywood sign covered in blood, and you can take a photo op, which I was thinking of doing it, but then it was a long line. And I was like, what if it takes too long and not gonna make it back to the bus or something? So I was like, nah, I'm just gonna continue on. But it did look pretty cool, so I just took a photo of it myself instead of waiting in line, and then I just took, of course, like the video you see right now. And there's people, I believe, standing on the Hollywood sign, or I think it was just dummies. I can't remember. But like I said, it was pretty cool to see all that. But what's so cool that you, like I said, you walk through everything. I felt like it felt like it was a long walk, even though it was short at the same time. But it wasn't too bad. I really enjoyed it because I never done that before, like walking through all this. Usually you're on the bus. Going through around and stuff, but walking through all this was pretty amazing, like I said, especially in the dark and stuff at night and stuff, like I said earlier. But it was pretty cool, so we kept continuing on because we got to go through all the trails. And then it was so cool, you get to see the Psycho house from Psycho, the movie Psycho. You see Norman Bates, so the line was short, so you right there you could take a photo up, and you take a photo with an actor who was playing as Norman Bates. So I thought it was pretty cool. So since the line was really short, I was like, I'll take my photo because there's hardly anyone. So as you can see, I took my photo with Norman Bates. I was just disappointed that Mom was in the background, just like in the movie. But whatever. But I still enjoyed him. And then next, like you can see, we went through The Purge. Now this one was much longer, and I thought it was pretty amazing. Was a big fan of the movie, but like I said, this part was really amazing because you go through all this so that people were trying to scare you. The actors and stuff was pretty cool, and then it glows in the dark and stuff, all that paint and stuff. But once you pass all that, I love the parts when it shows the town is being burned up in flames and stuff, and smoke and stuff, like you can see. And then more further up, you'll see there's a plane that was like on fire and stuff, like not really on fire, but it was pretty cool seeing all that because, like I said, going through the buses, you see that from afar. But being so close from that, it was pretty amazing. And of course, someone playing as Megan, because there was a lot of chicks playing as Megan, which I thought Megan was okay. But like I said, it was pretty cool interacting and stuff like that. But yeah, it takes a while when people walk so slow, so it's taking me a while for you to see all that stuff. But like I said, it was all cool. It was really smoky. Like you could barely see everything outside. Well, I'm sure you can still see it, but all that flashing light's gonna be hard to see. But yeah, as you can see right now, there's the part that I was saying of the plane on fire, which I'm sure there was a scene from a movie from that. And I believe they filmed that part from Scary Movie 4 or 5, I forgot which one. One of those I know, but before, a long time ago, they never had that, but they started adding that years ago when I went back again to Universal in 2016. But seeing that like that in the dark and with smoke and stuff and flames and all smoky and foggy, it looked really amazing. And then of course the town right there on the right side was pretty cool. But like I said, it's because there's the Purge and stuff, so they were just trying to interact like from the movie, from the Purge, from all the films and stuff. But like I said, this was pretty amazing.
I'm not sure you fully realize your predicament. I'm not sure you fully realize your predicament. I'm not sure you fully realize your predicament. So it always ends the same way. I'm not sure you fully realize your predicament. I've run the simulation 1,000 times and it always ends the same way. You die. I've run the simulation 1,000 times and it always ends the same way. You die. I've run the simulation 1,000 times and it always ends the same way.
So yeah, after that you get on the bus and you go back where we first started. But what's so cool, because as you could see from the map where it says a studio tour, you go walking all through that like forest part. But there's no much forest. Like I said, everything's been made with the purge and stuff like that. So you do like a long walk. So it was pretty amazing, because most of the time horror houses will end like in less than 5 minutes, I want to say, or less than 10 minutes. But this was felt much longer, so it was worth it. And of course, I had to go through the Harry Potter world, which was pretty amazing. The rides were open as well. The Harry Potter, the Mummy, Jurassic Park were open, but I didn't really get on the rides. I was mainly focused on the haunted houses, but I was like, man, it would be awesome to go on the rides. But I had to go walk through the Harry Potter world, because more further down, there's like a backside for it, and it takes me back to the Terrifier house. So I had to go through all of that. It was so cool to see so many different Art the Clown. Especially these actors did an amazing job playing as Art the Clown, because they had to play really good as David Howard Thornton for Terrifier. Just to get to Terrifier, there's a long ass line. It's a 110-minute wait. So we'll see how it goes. But hopefully it's worth it, which I hear it is worth it. So it does look like it's a long ass line, but this for general. The Express Pass was the much longer line than one I saw, so it takes more further out from where I was coming walking, further down where it's like the trees and all. So I say it was worth it not buying the Express Pass. And of course, I get closer and you see the house, just like in Terrifier 2. It's like, man, it was so amazing getting closer and closer. I was so excited, I couldn't wait. And then what was so funny, one of the actors who was Art the Clown, he was interacting with a group of people who were playing this game, and he was playing with them. So it was really amazing that Art the Clown kept interacting with the people in the crowd in the line, because everyone was getting bored or getting tired and stuff. And like I said, some people were playing games, so he was like playing with them. So it was pretty funny seeing all that. As you can see, I was recording it, so it's really amazing seeing Art the Clown, especially these actors playing it perfect as Art the Clown. So if David Howard Thornton needs a stunt double, there he goes. There he got his stunt doubles for these guys. But it was pretty amazing seeing Art the Clown, especially when he tried to scare people. It was so funny him doing all that. So as you can see, I was really getting close to the haunted house. I had like maybe less than 10 minutes left to get closer to the house, but as you can see. So I was already up front in line, had to wait, so I was really excited. I couldn't wait to go inside, see all the haunted houses and stuff. And of course you can see Art the Clown interacting with people like always. Art the Clown. I'm a big fan. So this is the moment I've been waiting for. I finally got in. I got to experience it. It was pretty amazing. It was a bit dark to see it as well, but you can still see it because there's gonna be a lot of flashing lights, and of course there's a lot of few stuff that pop out and stuff. It was pretty amazing. Hopefully YouTube doesn't ban me for some gory stuff that you're gonna see in the bit. But yeah, it was. I say this was amazing. Seeing that, I didn't get too wet. A little bit. I did, like some scenes, like right there. But yeah, I'm telling you, this was really gory. But you could hear people screaming as well.
Freaking try to scare me when I'm on my break. Hey, you're not supposed to be. Okay, dude. How many times do I have to tell you? Don't freaking try to scare me when I'm on my break. How many times do I have to tell you? Don't freaking try to scare me. Hey, you're not supposed to be. How many times do I have to tell you? Don't freaking try to scare me.
Well, wow. Yeah, I know it's kind of dark for me to see, but wow, the Terrifier is worth it. It is what everyone's been talking about. The Terrifier is really amazing and stuff. I know there's some stuff that seemed like kind of the same old stuff from other haunted houses, but I'm telling you, this was worth it compared to other haunted houses. I say this is my #1 for tonight. The only thing was okay. I didn't get wet too much, just some parts that you do get wet. When he's doing his cutting scene, like chopping people and stuff. But other than that, like I said, it was pretty amazing. So I still have a few more houses to go because they close till 2 a.m. But we'll see. Probably I'll do one more or two. We'll see how long the other one's gonna take. Yeah, it was a long wait, but I say it's worth it. And you don't need to get the express pass. I feel like the general was good enough, but the express one, man, there is a long line for that one compared to the other ones. But we'll see how the other one goes, but I still have a few more to go. So the other areas that they have the haunted houses are going to be right there where the Secret Life of Pets and the Despicable Me. So I had to go through down there. This part was like where the Hispanic scary stuff, like the Llorona and a few other ones. I had two more. I forgot what the other two. But going through that was pretty amazing, the way how they did it. And there's like actors who were like witches and interacting with people and stuff, which was pretty cool. And like it was like filled with smoke and it feels like the heat of the fire and stuff, which wasn't real fire and all, but you could see all that kind of stuff if you could see, because like I said, it's a bit foggy and stuff, but it was pretty amazing and stuff, and people trying to scare other people, and I thought it was pretty amazing. So the wait for the other ones were really too long, so I didn't really feel like waiting too long. Like I said, I missed the Fallout one. I missed the Hispanic one. Poltergeist was close by. Where's the Terrifier? The WWE Hollow Horror one wasn't my interest. That one seemed okay. So, and then the final one, they had the Purge Dangerous Water. I missed that show because there was only 3 of them, 3 different times. There was like one at 10, one at 11, and one at midnight. And it was hard to go see them because I was mainly focused on going to haunted houses because for those were long lines. So for the final thing I did, even though I missed the Purge big show, I saw a little show they had. They do that each time for between each hours and so, because you'll see at the end with the big fire, because I kept saying fireworks and stuff from far away. But this little show was still pretty amazing and stuff, seeing all the clowns and stuff.
Everybody loves a clown. Painted face and bright red nose, the button eyes, black as crows, the floppy shoes and silly hat, the funny accent baseball bat. You'll laugh, you'll chuckle, you'll even grin. That is until the nightmares creep in. 'Cause it doesn't matter, you'll soon be dead.
So that is the end of the night for this. It was a great night. I loved it. I want to come here every year for Halloween. So hopefully I get the chance to come here next year. Hello everyone. Well, yes, I am alive. I am not dead from the Universal Halloween Horror Night. But I'll give you my ratings from each houses. Yes, I did not go to all of them. I went to a few as much as I can, like I said. And I was tired at the end because it was starting to get more cold for me and tiring, especially waiting in the long lines and everything. But here are my thoughts and my reviews for it. So for my number 1, of course, I know everyone's not going to be surprised about this. I'm going to have to give it to Terrifier. Terrifier, for me, in my opinion, was the best one. It had a really amazing horror stuff, and it wasn't involved with just jump scares, but they did show like some gory stuff, especially from the scenes of where you get, from each movie scenes where each of them gets sliced off or covered in bleach and stuff like that, which was pretty amazing. And then close to the middle, you get close to like the Christmas theme, which that one's really amazing. I loved. And of course, you go to the bathroom and it does smell really bad and all. But I did not get wet like how people are saying. There was just one entrance. It wasn't like two like I seen. I guess that's for only Florida. But that wasn't too bad. You did get wet a little, just a little sprinkle, but it's not as much like I seen like videos of people have been posting and stuff. But like I said, my number 1 was Terrifier. So for my number 2, I'm gonna have to give it to Jason Universe. I know earlier in my video I said it was really cheesy and stuff, but I say that was the good kind of cheesy, which I did enjoy seeing Jason and stuff. I know in my video you could hardly see and stuff, so I didn't record much for some of the haunted houses because it was hard to see. But like I said, Jason was my number 2. I'm a big fan of Jason, but this one was pretty amazing. I know, like, I believe it went to just to 1 to 5 or 6 for the movies, where you see different Jasons from him and his mother as well, because at the beginning start you see his mother, and then you see him with the bag, and then after you see him with the mask and all. Close to the end, I believe they try to do with the new one. I couldn't tell because it was hard to see with being so dark and all, but that was pretty cool and all. So, and for my number 3, I'm really gonna have to give it to Five Nights at Freddy. For me, yeah, it was okay and all. It wasn't too much of a jump scare. It wasn't. There was few people who were in makeup and costume and stuff, but mainly there were animatronics for the characters from Five Nights at Freddy, which it was okay, but it wasn't too bad. I know someone was saying it felt more like a museum going through the stuff and all, which I feel like it wasn't too bad and all. I know people who are big fans would love this one because they're big Five Nights at Freddy. They'll know more of the stuff compared to me, because I really don't know anything about Five Nights at Freddy. My niece and nephew will know a lot more than me, but my nephew didn't come with me because he was just really didn't want to go, which I was fine with me because I didn't have to spend so much money on it. So for my number 4, I'm gonna have to give it to the Scarecrow Slash. It was really enjoyable. I did like the main entrance outside the part, like you see in the video, how they did the house and all. And then once you go more inside to the haunted houses, yeah, it's pretty cool seeing all the scarecrows and stuff, which there was different kinds, and then you see like the cornfield and stuff, which it would have been cool if it was more outside, if they did that cornfield. That's one of my only thoughts, like, okay, you go through a house, you couldn't have gone through outside parts and do like a cornfield. That was like my biggest let down about it. Instead of doing something inside and being so dark and all, they couldn't have done it outside and stuff. But I guess they didn't want to do something outside. It's just case it rains and all, because I'm here in California. But it was really nice, the weather and all. It's not like it's colder, rainy or anything. It's a nice weather here, but it was cold late at night. So during the day, it does get nice and cool, as you can see outside. But in the night, it does get really cold, and I was in shorts and stuff. So, but later on, I did get a hoodie from it there. But yeah, so the Scarecrow was pretty fun. My number 5, I say, is the train. Do the tour train. It was fun and all. You go through the tour and stuff. But the only thing, like I said, for me, it was just short, and I felt like it was really fast for like in the Insidious, the Exorcist. But the only one was longer was the Purge, which the Purge was pretty amazing. So that was like my biggest letdown. But it was cool because you go through it and then you go to see the Psycho's house. That's what I loved about the Psycho's house. And I got to take a photo with the Bates, Norman Bates and all, which was pretty cool and all. But like I said, it was just shorter from the other ones. Like the Black Phone was really short and all. I wish we could like interact with like the phone and stuff and do the basement, but it was like really quick and stuff. No, they tried to do a little snow thing, but it wasn't like big on snow. It would have been cool seeing him like doing the hockey and stuff like that from the movie and all. But like I said, and they Insidious, it was like them popping out like from the Bates Motel, from the door and stuff, which that was okay. I was like, they could have done a little better instead of trying to do jump scare, because like I said, most of the stuff was mainly jump scare. That was just a big letdown and all. But yeah, but that's mainly the haunted houses I went to. Yeah, I missed out like from the Hispanic one. They had a Spanish haunted houses one. They had Fallouts, which I wasn't really wanting to do the Fallout because I didn't know too much about the Fallout, and especially they're mainly doing it from the show. And the other one was like they did a WWE, which I really don't know what was the big thing from WWE doing haunted things, as I'm not too much of wrestling and stuff, and I don't know what was the wrestling haunted thing. And I know there was they did a show from Waterworld, but they changed it into like for the clown one, which I missed out on it because like I tell you, it was long lines for Terrifier and Five Nights at Freddy to just go to see the show, because they had 3 different shows, and like I said, I was trying to get through mainly the haunted houses. That's what my main focus was. But I did see a little show outside of it, which was pretty amazing and all to see the clowns do their performance. Did have a few theme parks open, like of course the Nintendo, Jurassic Park, the Mummy, the Simpsons one as well. So those were open, but they were separate compared to from the Halloween Horror Night. Everything is always separate, so it depends on what you buy and stuff. For me, I was too poor to afford any of that and all, especially the Express Pass. For me, I recommend not to get the Express Pass. For me, that night, I didn't need to get the Express Pass. I feel like it wasn't too packed like I seen from other videos. I guess because it's close to the end of the Halloween Horror Night, and everyone else went when it first started opening and stuff. So everyone went, was so excited and stuff. And for me, I waited till the end of October, so I felt like it wasn't too bad. But there might be some other reason. My uncles was telling me because their Dodgers was playing, or maybe some other stuff that's going on here and all. But for me, I felt like I didn't need to get the Express Pass, which was really good. So I saved a lot of money compared to it. But I really didn't want to go to the theme park because I've been to most of the rides and all. Like I said, my main focus was the haunted houses. So that's what I really wanted to do. But I didn't try the food over there as well. I ate before, and then at the end I did eat because it was late and all. I was getting hungry and all. But like I do want to see the other part of the haunted house, which I did miss out and all. But I felt like it wasn't too bad. Once I went, I did 5. It was pretty good, decent and all. Maybe next year we'll see what they have, and maybe I'll try the one in Florida and do my videos up there and show you all that and reviews and stuff. But I'm usually used to with the California because I used to live here and all. But it's like I said, I showed you in the maps and stuff how to go through all this stuff. So yeah, hopefully I explained this much, especially for people who have never gone to this horror event. Especially for me, it was my first time going in. I know there's other people who've been there so many times and all, who go every year and stuff. For me, it's like I always wanted to go. I always debate and stuff, but I know it's pricey and all. So I was like, since this year I'm coming here and all, I was like, hey, I'm gonna just do it, especially for Terrifier. I want to experience the Terrifier. But yeah, so I'm trying my best to go every year and all, see how those goes and all. But for me, it depends on who they're having as well. But like I said, I hope I give my best example or explanation for people who haven't gone and stuff. I know, like, I try my best, especially the prices, like I said, is different and all. And Express Pass, like, for me, like, for Terrifier, there was a long line for Express Pass. And I felt like I really didn't need to get that Express Pass because it was a longer line compared to a regular General. So for me, it was a good thing. I just got the General, and that went faster compared to the Express one. But yeah, that is all I have. So hopefully you guys like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. And I'm also thinking to the Epic Universe. That's a new one in Orlando, Florida. So that one looks fun. And maybe next month I'll do the Grinch one. But we'll see how that goes.